It does look like Tyler has left the game, so now the 2 players have left so far. Heosat not looking that good. So if we just look at the APM in this game, you can see who has left the game. It is definitely Heosat. Wait, oh, there, nope, just kidding. He's still going. And actually, yeah, Tyler's at 0. And wait, is Red actually playing? Like, it says that he is playing, which I don't know how that makes any sense. I think it's bugs, just like going up and down and saying that his current APM is currently 134. But he left the game. He is out of the game. He is completely eliminated. So someone's throwing down some fatty insults. He says the nuker. That's definitely an insult you do not ever want to receive from the little one. And so Huck right now, I think right now this game is going to be between Huck and the little one. Although Nazgul was able to muster up quite a few stalkers here, and if he focus fire as well, possibly can kill the carriers, although Psystorm is basically worthless against carriers. It does so little damage. Blinking over there is going to get another carrier, so he has whittled down these numbers just a little bit. I mean, there's just so many carriers at this point that it's going to be very, very difficult to deal with. And we do have an Infestor over here, going to be fungal growthing some of these Marines. He does burrow, and the little one actually notices it. Stimpax runs over here, so Heosat is fungal growthing the little one just to be an annoying little turd. I mean, look at these guys. A lot of them are in red. And the little one realizes that he is going to get some missile turrets going, though. And the carriers are now going to be pushing up against Nazgul, although he needs to be very, very careful here because these units are backed up. He could Psystorm, but really it doesn't do that much against carriers. It's very, very difficult to actually make it worthwhile, especially since the carriers can move. I mean, there they go. He did actually hit them fairly well, but it's just not going to be enough as the carriers can just fly away. Not enough stalkers to kill any of these carriers. It looks like, no, he does get one carrier right there at the last second. And we do have 2 infested Terrans just kind of chilling out over here. Very nice. And there is going to be an expansion over here for Heosat. Now, there is a nuke going down somewhere, and it is going to be in Huck's space. He's going to fly his carriers into the nuke. And is he going to nuke those carriers? It's going to be so close, just barely skimming past that nuke. They did take a little bit of residual splash damage there, but it does look like some of the Ravens are actually going to go down, and one carrier did go down. Another nuke in Huck's base at this point, in which he doesn't really have any detection, I think, to deal with this. So this nuke is going to land as well as the second nuke is going down, and there it goes. Boom! Wasn't able to kill too many important buildings, but more carriers are going to be on the way. He really needs an observer, and a third nuke in the main base of Huck. He is not too pleased about this, as I'm surprised that all 4 of these nuclear silos are still functioning and being able to be paid for. General able to double expand, and another nuke once again going down to Huck's base. This is just like nuclear holocaust over here in Huck's base. I guess the Armageddon is the correct word there, with all of the nukes going down. And there we go. He finally gets an observer out to kill that ghost, as he was very, very tired of getting nuked. And man, Nazgul is just all up in Heosat's face, as he has killed him every single time. Now, there are a couple of Ultras and a couple of Zerglings over here, but that is not going to be enough to deal with this mass Stalker and Zealot, which is going to be pushing into his base right now. And this APM cracks me up how it's like bugged like that. So we'll look at something else instead. How about the army size? That's a good indication of who is in the lead. And right now it is definitely the little one, as everyone has been picking on Huck this entire time. And the little one just has a good unit composition. He's got a bunch of Marines, a bunch of Ravens for those Hunter-Seeker missiles, which can deal with this army very, very effectively. Trying to nuke that army. That is not going to happen, as they do back out there. Had me a little bit worried that nuke would actually go down on top of that army. That will not be the case. Maybe the observer will go down. I don't even think that will happen, though. But Huck, unfortunately, is going to have a very difficult time dealing with this mass Raven, which now they're basically getting into full energy, so they can just drop an unlimited amount of turrets. And so the expansion for Nazgul not going to go down, as these Ultras are doing their best to kill this entire army. That's going to be way too much, though, as they do blink away. And Heosat, I think this is his last. This is all he's got left, is one Ultralisk. Can it be a Hero Ultra or not? Can these Ravens make something happen here? As the Hunter-Seeker missiles are going down on top of this army, completely annihilating almost every single one of those Stalkers. The rest of them are getting softened up, spreading out fairly well here. That did an insane amount of damage against that, trying to feed back those Ravens, but there's just so many. I mean, is it actually even going to be worth it? Now, there is going to be a nuke going down. Are these carriers going to realize it is going to be so dangerously close? Huck definitely needs to move his carriers. They're so close to where that nuke is. I think the Ghost did go down, though, at the very, very last second, and also going to be nuking his own expansion once again. He wants to kill these carriers so bad with this nuke. I don't think we're ever going to see it, though, as carriers are fast enough to easily get away. And Genro was able to deal with, though I guess he was able to force those carriers back. I don't know that he quite dealt with them. Now, a bunch of Marines actually could be going up against Psystorm here in just a moment, which that would not be good news for the little one. They are trying to run in here, trying to micro up here to kill all these pylons to unpower the cannons, but these Marines are in a perfect spot to get stormed. Where's the storm? Where's the storm? Where's the storm? The High Templar are stuck in the back as these Marines are getting pushed further and further back. We should be seeing one storm. There we go. He was able to dodge it, but there was just way too many storms on top of these Marines. Every single Marine is going to go down, and it looks like Huck is actually mass expanding right now. So Huck is now the supply leader in this game, as the little one lost basically his entire Marine ground army, which was looking pretty strong, but he sent it in the absolute worst spot. Heosat, being a true champ, is still in this game. He does not have very many units, though. I actually don't know if he has any units. And trying to get a Nidus Worm over here. How often do you see a Nidus Worm getting killed by SCVs? Well, this will be your first time if you haven't. There we go. That did get taken out. So Heosat just trying to expand somewhere, as he is completely out of money, and he's got a couple of mineral patches left, but that is it. And it does look like the little one is being nice, not killing Heosat quite yet, going for the person who actually has an economy, actually has an army, and is actually some sort of threat to the little one. Now, the little one's island expo is getting mined out. However, he does have this high yield expansion, so he can always send his workers there, and he just secured this one as well. So now the map is kind of being divided into 3 parts, where it's the little one and Jinro and Huck down here. I mean, not Jinro, the little one and Nazgul up here, and Jinro down in the bottom left side. So these army sizes are just getting, they're just going to grow and grow and grow here. It looks like we're at a little timid part in this game, as both are basically, those are the 3 superpowers, and then we have little island nations like Heosat over here with a couple of units, and then Jinro, who's just a nuclear, he's just having fun with nukes. Although I do think that this may finally be the demise of Jinro, but no, once again he is going to nuke these turrets just to stay in this game as long as possible, I guess. Someone is going to kill one of the little one's missile turrets, but for now the nuke is going to clean these up, it looks like, as I think it'll be enough to kill. Nope, just misclicked it there a little bit, and they are going to burn down, though, it looks like, as they should be dying. There they go. So he was able to survive this somehow. And he does have some expansions. It's just that those carriers were really giving him a hard time. Tyler has a couple of pylons over here, but he left the game a long time ago, so those pylons don't really matter. Huck's carrier size is pretty strong, and really the little one doesn't have the unit composition he needs quite yet to deal with that. More turrets going down at this high yield expansion. So once again, it's basically a 3-player free-for-all at this point. Heosat did lose his main to these Stalkers and High Templars, and he's going to be expanding at the expansion that currently has 390 minerals. So once he mines this out, he'll have a net gain of 90 minerals. Very, very well worth it there, I think. And I don't think he has, does he have any money left? He does have some money, and he did force the little one to lift off. So Heosat somehow able to stay in this game. It's going to be a long trek, though. Sorry, I can't let you do that, Star Fox, says Huck. So he's able to kill that expansion. And there are a bunch of turrets over here. No reason to kill those, though. I think he's going to anyways. But there you go. Now he wants to back out. So the Ravens, are they going to be using that, the point defense drone and the Hunter Seeker missile? Yes, he is. Hunter Seeker missiles on top of these carriers, actually able to soften them up a lot. He just killed so many carriers with those Hunter Seeker missiles, and Huck actually separated his carriers really, really, really well. That just shows you the power of the Hunter Seeker missile. There we go, trying to chase it. Huck was able to click out the one carrier, though, that did have it on there. And it does look like Nazgul now is going to be helping out Huck a little bit here, moving down here, softening up this expansion. That command center did not stand a chance. Those parts, they got some distance on them as they flew through the air. So if we just look at the army size, Huck is still in the lead. The little one is getting attacked from both sides, kind of sandwiched between these two players. Huck, though, does have his high yield expansion. He is getting more carriers. No mothership, unfortunately, as far as I can tell. This is just showing you everything. You have 7 carriers, 3 Archons, and there are still actually the Liquid TLO has some nukes as well. But 17 Ravens, man, that's brutal. That's really, really difficult for Protoss to deal with. There's not a lot of splash damage versus air, which is probably why he got those Archons, because if he can get a couple of shots off with those Archons, then possibly he can soften up those Ravens enough to deal with it. There comes another attack, though. Looks like Nazgul is pissed. He's going to be killing these carriers, actually killing a lot of carriers. And so the carrier numbers have been dwindled down just a bit, as there is now only 4 carriers remaining. But Huck definitely does have a strong economy right now. He has by far the strongest economy, 2,000 minerals per second. And not per second, man, that would be a little bit extreme. 2,000 minerals per minute there, so he is able to continue macroing. And Heosat says, I'm in an interesting spot where I don't have the gas to leave my island. So he's stuck. Oh man, he's stuck in the main, and there's no exit point for this Nidus Worm. So it's too bad alliances are locked. Silly Blizzard. And so no one can give him money to get off his island. So if you guys ever watch Braveheart, he's basically saying, this is my island, and he is getting a hatchery right. No, actually he could. I think he can research the... He should be able to get out there. Yeah, he has enough gas, so he can actually get out there. He just needs to keep his overlords alive. Maybe he's psyching people out. He's just like, yeah, I can't get off my island. Don't worry about me, guys. And then he'll take like all the high yield expansions and then make a bunch of brood lords and carriers and battle cruisers and kill everyone. But regardless, it does look like this expansion is completely mined out now. Huck is warping in a bunch of gateways. Probably actually not that bad of a choice, considering carriers can be hard countered easily by Vikings and apparently by Hunter Seeker missiles. And there's enough stalkers here to actually give him a hard time. Now there is not any good cannon placement here. Not going to be helping defend this whatsoever. One storm on top of the stalkers, which Storm is not that good against Protoss, so not going to do a lot of damage there. And the carriers are going to try and hold this off. I don't know if there's enough or if he's going to be able to. Storming the running away probes, getting quite a few of them, but Huck is just going to sacrifice this. And Jinro being surprised that there are indeed islands on this map. That is news to him. So what Heosat needs, there we go. There we go. Allows overlords to transport. He just has 14 extra gas from that. So we'll see if he can actually get himself back in this game or not. I know everyone's cheering for Heosat, right? The one person who is in no way a pro gamer whatsoever. He's got to win this, guys. He's totally got this. Now there are storms going down on top of the carriers. A lot of zealots here trying to hold the ramp as long as possible, killing several of the High Templar there. Is it going to be enough, though, as there are so many stalkers now? I can't believe that Jinro, or that, excuse me, that Nazgul was able to get up this many units against Huck. Although Huck can keep warping in zealots off of these gateways, he does have the economy to support it. But just once again, looking at the income now, Huck is actually hurting a little bit here. He has dropped down quite a bit. There was a nuke going down somewhere. Good luck for me actually finding it, though, now that most players have the nukes. But can Huck hold this off? I'm hearing nukes everywhere. Where are they at? Actually, not these expansions. Here's what I hear. The Ravens are on the way. They're going to try and drop the turrets. I think that these will be fine. And there goes one, and the second ghost does go down, so those mules will survive and continue working. That is so stressful, though, knowing that there is a impending amount of nukes that could be falling on you. So Huck, during that, was able to hold it off. However, he does have a couple of nukes on the way at the, it looks like the, no, is Huck gonna get nuked? Are these ghosts gonna back up? Nope, they do get spotted there by that observer, able to snipe those, so no nukes right now. Jinro, I like how he put a planetary fortress right here, because he just wants to hold the choke, hold the line as long as he can, and he's running out of gas, though, and now running out of minerals. So I think that these nukes are only, I mean, they're going to get pretty much dried up here. The little one has been basically sticking with a standard army. He just has to be careful of the Psystorm. So, oh, all those got nuked, though. So then he himself got stormed. So we have a three-way battle here. Carriers, Ravens, Psystorm, and Stalkers all duking it out here. But the EMP completely decimated that. And trying to Hunter Seeker missile all these carriers, which is exactly what we're seeing, using them all over the place. And those carriers cannot get away from them as they are too slow. And most of those carriers did get taken out. Now, where is this nuke going down? Going to be on top of these two planetary fortresses, which are just kind of chilling out over here. At least he found something he can get away with a nuke on. And is it going to be enough to actually kill them? Here they go. Boom, boom. Not even putting them in the red, as they do have a lot of HP. This nuke is going to kill the turrets and maybe killing a lot of the SCVs over here. That nuke is pretty well placed. Again, not sure if it's going to be enough to kill everything. A lot of the SCVs at this expansion did go down, and here it goes, another nuke trying to kill these two buildings, although one did get repaired. It did take out one of the planetary fortresses. So Nazgul still sticking with this army, 3 attack, 3 armor. And it does look like this Overlord drop in slow motion is not going to work. It must have been an attack with Ultralisk, his very few last remaining units. And the Marines were able to stim pack and run over there. There's another nuke. Where is it at? The scan going down. He knows that it is somewhere. Is this nuke going to get off? It's going to be dangerously close, trying to put down the turrets. The Ghost got a Hunter Seeker missile there to prevent that nuke. And a bunch of Stalkers again for Nazgul. Nazgul's actually doing really good, keeping his units alive and causing a lot of damage. And kind of teaming up here with the Ghost to take out these expansions. There is a nuke right here. Is it going to get spotted? Yes, Nazgul is going to back out, as there are 3 nukes. They get canceled, though. This observer does not stand a chance. And it was worth the cost, I think, of admission to use this nuke just to kill an observer. There it goes. It is gone. 0 chance of surviving that. Now, Nazgul is going to be pushing up here into Huck's base. Huck doesn't have as much of an army as he would like right now. His income is still the highest, but not as good as it could be, considering how many expansions he had. So Nazgul is going for that high yield expansion. I don't know if there is a nuke. This has got to be such a stressful game with all these nukes going off everywhere. No one actually knows where they're going to be on the map. And this is some extreme long-distance mining. Actually, what is he mining? He's mining gas all the way from here, all the way across the map, down to here. I guess he just needs it for something. And it looks like he's going to nuke this expansion. There are a couple units over here. Not a lot's going to get taken out by this, it looks like. Although Huck's units are actually a little bit too close to this nuke. I think this nuke will finally hit some units, or they're just going to move out at the very last second. Did soften up one carrier, take out a pylon. Not a lot else, though. And he's really, really sad that he didn't get to nuke that entire army. And he's going to nuke right there. He's once again trying to nuke these carriers. That's not going to work, though, as this has been spotted. And, man, this is really, really close. Because at this point, actually, let's just look at the army size. That's what will tell us what's up. 67 supply for Nazgul, 139 for the little one, and 107 for Huck. Now, these nukes, I mean, Jinro's running out. I mean, he's still making nukes, but he is definitely running out of nukes at this point. So that is that is pretty funny. Although we didn't get to see one super spectacular nuke that killed everything, but we are witnessing some blink micro over here. Although I think Nazgul is running on steam at this point. He is gonna run out of steam, I think is the correct saying, pretty soon here. And the little one's just been kind of sitting back. No one's been messing with him, and these SCBs still continuing to long distance mine. There is a mineral patch of